Warm welcome to Disky Talk with Luyolo. If you're tuning in for the very first time, I do ask that you please subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you've been a part of this journey, I hope you thoroughly enjoy this episode. So, on today's episode, I discuss all things DSTV Premiership action as this is match day 30. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is the last week of DSTV Premiership action. So when you do have a look at it then, you do have Kaizer Chiefs versus Swallows. So coming up then into this encounter then, we do know that Swallows do find themselves within the relegation zone. So it's going to be very key then that they try get 3 points and try then secure a place for next season. And then when you do look at Kaizer Chiefs with regards to permutations and if results go against Cape Town City and Royal AM, and if they do win this one with a couple of goals, then they stand a good chance of finishing second so that they can play the CAF Champions League. But when you do have a look at this encounter then, I do foresee Kaizer Chiefs winning this one, and I think they'll win this one 1-0. Moving on then right along, you do have Royal AM versus Mamelodi Sundowns. We have a look at this encounter then. I do foresee a draw in this encounter. The last time out then in the Nedbank Cup semi-final, it was 2-1 to Mamelodi Sundowns. However, coming up into this one, I do see a very, very tight game, and I do see a 1-1 scoreline. And then when you have a look at it then, you've got Gallants versus SEKHUKHUNE United. So with regards then to this fixture, when you have a look at SEKHUKHUNE, the last time out then, they did lose against Kaizer Chiefs. And when you have a look at Gallants then, as of late, they haven't been playing to their best, because we do know that in 2022, they did start off very well, where they were picking up the points, playing very good football, and they were very fluid. But as of late, they have struggled. But coming up into this encounter, I do see MARUMO Gallants winning this one 2-0. Moving on then right along, you do have Amazulu versus Golden Arrows. So that is then a KZN derby, and I do foresee Amazulu winning this one 1-0. Moving on then right along, you've got CHIPPA United versus TS Galaxy. Have a look at this encounter then. These are two sides that play very enterprising football and that play very, very well. And two teams then that are not afraid to express themselves with regards to how they build up from the back, work it into consolidation phase, and look to penetrate into the final third. However, with this one then, I do see CHIPPA United winning this one 2-1. Moving on then right along, you do have Western Cape Derby. You've got Stellenbosch versus Cape Town City. So with this one then, I do foresee Cape Town City being able to win this one, and as they look then to finish second and play in the CAF Champions League. And then the last fixture then, you do have MARITZBURG United versus BAROKA. With this one, I see MARITZBURG United winning this one and BAROKA then getting relegated. And then the last three fixtures will be Orlando Pirates versus MARITZBURG United, Royal AM versus Orlando Pirates, and then SuperSport United versus Orlando Pirates. So because Orlando Pirates then have been doing duty within the CAF Confederations Cup, they haven't been able to play these DSTV Premiership encounters. So those are encounters then that will be played at a later stage. However, overall and essentially and technically, it is the last match week of the DSTV Premiership of 2021 and 2022. When you have a look at it then, Mamelodi Sundowns have won the league. Number 2, I think, will be Cape Town City. And then I think BAROKA will get relegated, and then Swallows will play the playoffs. And then when you do have a look at it then, with regards to coach of the season, my opinion, coach of the season then will go to Coach Mamalodi and Coach Rulani with regards to the stellar job they've done at Mamelodi Sundowns, and how early then that they were able then to create such a huge gap and technically wrap up the league. And also considering then that they won the MTN 8 and they will be playing then in the final of the Nedbank Cup. So overall then, I think they're the coaches that have stood out, and I would then give them coach of the season accolade. Moving on then right along with regards to Goalkeeper, my goalkeeper of the season and the standout goalkeeper, definitely Hugo Marquez from Cape Town City. I think he's been very, very good for Cape Town City, especially in the second half of the season. And then when you move on right along then and you have a look at defender of the season. So when you have a look at defender of the season, I've got two nominees. So I've got Fasika, and then I've got Lila K, and I would also put Mudau in there. But I'll have to give it to Lila K, especially considering then how he's contributed to goals, assists, and clean sheets as well. I think he's been standout for Mamelodi Sundowns this season, and he's also been standout within the league. However, special mention does go to Mudau, who was very solid at the right back position, and then Fasika as well, who's been very, very solid for Cape Town City. Moving on then, right along within the heart of midfield, my midfielder of the season, Andile Chali, will, in my opinion, will win midfield of the season. However, a special mention then does also go to Ndlondlo, who I think has had a very, very good season for MARUMO Gallants. And then Golden Boot will be Peter Shalulile. Just depends on how many goals he's able then to get within the last fixture against Royal AM. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the fixtures of the last week. Those are my players of the season. And then my team of the season. So, when you have a look at it then, I've got Marquez in goals as my goalkeeper for my team of the season. At right back, I've got Mudau, two centre backs. I've got Rushin Deruk, and then I've got Fasika. At left back, I've got Lila K. However, special mention does also go to Olisanda, who I think then also had a good season. And yeah, but at the end of the day, I look at Rushin Deruk as I think he had better performances than Olisanda. So, and then when you move on then, right along within the heart of midfield, you've got Andile Chali, my defensive midfielder. You've got Ndlondlo, who plays the 1-8. And then you've got Keegan Dolly, who will play as another 8, hybrid/10. And then up front, obviously, you've got Peter Shalulile. And then off the left-hand side, you've got Kama Biliat. And then off the right-hand side, I do have Ashley Dupria. But a special mention does also then go to Letsoalo, who I think had a good season in the first half. However, in the second half of the season, he really disappeared and he faded away and he didn't have as much impact. Whereas if you look at Dupria, he's had great impact and influence for Stellenbosch throughout the season and he's been very, very important. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a look at it then, that is my team of the season. So in goals, you've got Marks. At right back, you've got Mudau. You've got Rushin Deruk. You've got Fasika as the left-sided centre-back. At left-back, you've got Lila K. You've got Andile Jali. You've got Ndlondlo. You've got Keegan Dolly. You've got Kama Biliat. You've got Shalulile. And then you've got Ashley Dupria. So, ladies and gentlemen, do let me know at home. What do you make of the last round of fixtures within the DSTV Premiership? What do you make of the 2021-2022 season overall? And also then, who do you think will finish second? Who do you think will get relegated? Who do you think will play the promotional playoffs? And then, what do you make then of the players of the season, the coach of the season, and my team of the season? And what is your team of the season for this season? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to yet another special episode of Diski Talk with Liolo. If you enjoyed this one, please do subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, share the link, and give me a super thanks as well. Thank you very much. Signing out. It is DSTV Premiership. Babi Zebonke. And that's the end of the season, ladies and gentlemen. Signing out.